Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with a C, back at you with another video. But if you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome. I try to put out 1 or 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs, so make sure you check out my prior videos, and if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So you guys, we are finally here. I am in the 1Z and I am going to be doing a reaction today. I'm going to be reacting to Cloak Dagger season 1 episode 10. I think this episode is called Colony Collapse, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to just do a really brief recap of episode 9, and I did just upload episode 9 not too long ago, so if you have not already, make sure you do check that out. So I did watch episodes 8 and 9 last week, so I just had the 1 more episode to go. And then I'm told by one of my subscribers who commented on one of my videos that season 2 should be released April 4th. So I would definitely say be expecting reactions to season 2, because I really have enjoyed season 1 with Tandy and Tyrone and just kind of learning about their story. And I will kind of reserve the rest of my comments about the season for the end. But just again, a brief recap of episode 9. We did see that one was called Backbreaker. And it was kind of like, again, the whole dialogue was about regression and about how the characters kind of, after getting that big hit in episode 8, have kind of gone to a point of regressing back to their old habits and things that they were doing prior to that big hit and loss that they all faced. So we know that for O'Reilly, Fuchs was killed and stuffed in his refrigerator by, and we know that Connors had something to do with it, even if he didn't directly do it. So that was really crazy. I did not, that was like the very appalling part of the episode for me, when they were in the bar and she hit him over the head with that little bat that was called Backbreaker, and then like he like beat her down in that bar in front of all those cops, and nobody like tried to help her or anything. So I did show a little bit of that in the video, but like that was very disturbing. I'm not gonna lie, as it should be disturbing to anybody who sees a man beat up on a woman like that. Even though, you know, again, I know that they're both police officers, but that was just like, no, that was absolutely horrible. So anyway, that was to me the most appalling part of the episode. Then you had Tandy, who was going back to her old ways and conning rich guys for money. And then, but instead of just like doing regular drugs, she has found herself a new drug. So now she's actually not just able to see people's hopes, she's able to steal them. So that's what she's done to like a lot of people. She did that to Mina, Hess. She did that to, I think she partially did it to Liam, or I don't know if she completed the process because Tyrone kind of interrupted her. We did find out in the episode that Eva has some type of ability. I don't know if it's voodoo related or what, but Tandy did try to steal her hopes and Eva was able to repel her. So I'm interested if they're going to touch on that at all in this episode. So that was pretty much that. Then you had Tyrone did go to the police station with his parents, and they did learn about Connors being arrested for Billy's death and that there was going to be an investigation. And then Tyrone and his mom were able to have an actual dialogue, which was really good and healthy, I felt like. But then now the police are after Tyrone, saying that he's the one that killed Officer Fuchs. So knew that they were going to try to pin that on him. And then on the other end, you have the water cooler girl, or the water bottle girl, who works for Peter Scarborough, came and is trying to kill Tandy and her mom after Tandy took that money that she shouldn't have took from Scarborough to keep quiet about the whole thing with her dad, after finding out her dad, was violent toward her mother in the past. So that was my little recap. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get to this episode. Again, this is season 1, episode 10, the finale of season 1 of Cloak and Dagger, and this one is called Colony Collapse, and we'll see what happened, and I will see you guys on the other side with my review and observations. Bye, guys.
Yeah, I have a few up my sleeves. Scarborough didn't tell you about me, did he? That makes sense. He's a need-to-know kind of guy. And this, I'm assuming, is his need to clean up everyone who knows too much about that rig. Don't step any closer! Tandy, what are you doing? Ivan and Mina. Do they know too much, too? Don't move! I'm serious! About what? I'm unarmed. Oh! Hey, Mom! Come through! I need to go help some people.
Why you?
Why not?
No, that would have been a Frodo and Sam moment. Like, and I'm coming with you. Oh, no, absolutely not. You ain't running off into the darkness. No daughter of mine.
And never look back. You don't call us. You don't send us a postcard.
Oh.
You hear me?
This is already depressing, and it's the beginning of the episode.
Ty, I have no idea if I've done any good as a father for either of you boys.
Oh, no.
What can we do for you, officer?
Heads. Plural. What? There are 9 other valves spread out around the city by design. By design. The rest of my map is feeling the pressure too. It's only a matter of time until they blow. Okay, so what do we do to stop it? Mina! Yeah. Okay. There may be a way to shut it off centrally. But we need to get the rocks on. Of course we do.
It has a Resident Evil type of feel to it.
Get in!
Thank God. Show me your hands! Please! Hands! Let me see them!
What are you doing? Do your thing.
I can't. It's too many people.
Seriously, Ty? I would told you.
Unless you can, do your thing.
Look, I'm trying. I need that cloak to control it.
You don't need no clothes.
Someone fired a gun at me.
Beware of what you wish for.
And Fuchs? I knew him for less than a day, and he's more cop than you'll ever be. You watch your mouth, boy. Don't call me boy.
Exactly.
My name is Tyrone. My parents pay taxes, and it's your job to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really 504, you would know that. I got a mom worried sick about me, and a dad ready to take on the world to protect me. I bet your parents would do the same.
What's so important down there?
Power. And with great power comes even more power. In this day and age, you need to keep up with the Joneses, as well as the Starks and the Rands.
What we need to do is shut all of this down, which is what... See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Look at me.
Where are we?
Your greatest hopes. This is the place where anything is possible. You want power?
I do.
You want to be a god?
I want to be God.
Right through that door. Taken my truck. Barbara said the core is near the waterfront downtown. That's on the other side of the Mardi Gras Mass. There's no... Shoot! Shoot! Stay behind me, okay? Run!
Water cooler girl still?
I don't want to hurt you. Took you long enough. What happens is you two are going to come at the problem and fix it.
Come on, Evita, come through.
But in the process, one of you is going to die. I'm sorry, can you repeat that last part? Every time the city's been struck with a catastrophe, it's always come down to 2 people. My auntie calls them the divine pairing. It's always 2. To since the stories began.
Wait, those dolls in the mail, that's what they were?
Yeah. And here are the latest 2 additions to her display.
No, this is ridiculous.
Maybe not. Maybe that's why we've been going through all this.
Did you not hear the part where we die? Not both of you. Just one. Still!
Oh no.
What?
I'll see you soon, Tyrone Johnson. You are Tyrone freaking Johnson. Baller lady killer, master of space, if not time, and you don't need a cloak for all of that.
You don't. She's right.
Look, what if I do?
You don't.
Well, you can use this.
Oh, the jacket. Listen, I mess with it, Tandy.
Is that?
It is.
How did you?
I stole it.
Oh.
Yep.
You got a vest on though, right? This man still out here?
Just couldn't leave it alone, kid.
Oh, what fun would that be?
Here we are.
This man, nobody cares.
Well, they led me right to you.
You really gonna try to shoot at me again?
No, fool me thrice. Your little side piece, though.
Side
I'm
piece.
guessing she doesn't travel as light as you.
Guess wrong.
Nope, she doesn't.
I'm not letting you hold my life hostage anymore. Not my friends or my family, you understand?
Listen, you little...
Oh wait, where did we go?
And this swirling ball of scary down here is probably nothing compared to that sting when you and I touched.
Actually, it's exactly that.
Hold my hand. We'll show these assholes a divine pairing.
They're like on a roof. How did he get there? So confused.
They see a kind
Why the little girl still alive?
take him for weeks.
I was wondering what happened to Scarborough.
I didn't know you knew how to care.
I'm learning.
What? Here that goes. Okay. So I'm just gonna keep this in case. Let me see. Is there any more? It's just 30 seconds left. All right. So that was season 1, episode 10 of Cloak and Dagger Colony Collapse. So you guys, I'm sorry about the beeping in the back. That's my dryer, and I'm drying clothes in the interim of trying to multitask the millennial woman thing. So I do apologize about that. Also, I'm a little under the weather, so if I have to take a sip of water or if I sound a little funny, that's why as well. But just want to do a brief recap of this episode, the finale of Cloak and Dagger Season 1. So essentially what we see here is like all these people got infected really quickly, including Mina. So yeah, I think they said that like at the end, like everybody pretty much went back to normal. So hopefully that includes Mina, because Mina was infected as well. So you know, and there is that whole thing that Evita came to them with, that one of them would have to die. But I wondered about that too. Like, okay, what if they both choose to die, you know, to try to save the city of New Orleans? And that's essentially what happened. They both chose to kind of stick in it together, and they both use their combined energy to override the energy, I guess, of the core. And so it essentially turned everything kind of back to normal. I don't know what happened to Connor. So is he dead? Like, I think that's what I'm confused about. Maybe I'm a little bit slow because, again, I'm under the weather. So I saw that he pulled out the gun and tried to shoot Tyrone, and then it's like Tyrone's thing, it seemed like engulfed him. Is that what happened? So that was a little weird. I have to watch that back to see what went on with that. But I was confused a little bit about that. What else? Tyrone is on the run. So it's like essentially Tyrone and Tandy have almost switched positions. Tandy has gone back home, you know, with her mom, and they're both piecing things back together. Roxanne has been indicated in as being responsible for what has happened. Probably again tracing back to the oil rig, but definitely this latest disaster. So Roxanne is being held accountable. Peter Scarborough looks like he's in a comatose state. So Tandy got in his head, and he said that he wanted to be God, and he, you know, again, just wanted power. So she put him, it seems like, in a dream state in his mind. The water cooler girl is still alive. So I guess the terrors, they did like touch her, but you know, since everything went back to normal, so she's still alive, and she finds Scarborough in the elevator. What else happened? And then Connors like essentially like killed O'Reilly. Like he shot her multiple times, and then she fell into the water, but the like little energy, it was like by a Roxanne pipe or what have you, and then so she was engulfed by the energy as well, and it looks like it's transformed her into something, but she's really quick, and it's like really creepy looking. So and they alluded to that in the last episode, but I just wasn't like, I didn't know like what it was necessarily referring to, because it talked about again, when we talked about regression, we talked about the birth of a villain, and then they, you know, kind of honed in on O'Reilly, and I was like, what's she about to do as a villain? Like, what's she about to do? I thought that they may have been alluding to Evita, because clearly she had some type of tie to the supernatural, being that she was able to repel Tandy. But like, it looks like, you know, she's just kind of one of those like spirit guides or whatever, I guess you could call it. Somebody who, you know, like, I guess kind of can tell you about your fate, or a prophet. I don't know what she would be referred to as, but that's what she essentially did with Tyrone and Tandy. Just kind of told them what their fate was, and then kind of bounced. So it'll be interesting to see. I think they said season 2 comes out next week. I'll have to watch a trailer for that, maybe in the next week. And if you guys are interested, I can post that. But probably by the time this is posted, season 2 will be out. So I'll just probably go ahead and keep going with my reactions and not worry about seeing a trailer, because I don't like to be spoiled either. But yeah, like, so if season 2 comes out next week, I'm probably just gonna wait till next week and watch episode 1 of season 2 and just leave that there. So, but I did like the episode. There were just certain parts that are confusing to me, but I'll probably watch that back to see it. Now, overall with Cloak and Dagger, I really did enjoy this series. I enjoyed it more than Runaways. I will definitely say that. I did enjoy this season a lot. I enjoyed the journey of Tyrone and Tandy. It was all very interesting and intriguing from episode 1. I liked the music and the mood that was set in every episode. I also just really like their banter, their connection. I like the little mystery that was left. I wonder what direction they're going to go in for season 2. But let me know what you guys thought about this season as well, if you enjoyed Cloak and Dagger. I do want to watch Runaway season 2, but I doubt I'll do reactions on it. But You guys comment below. Let me know if it's worth doing reactions to Runaway Season 2. I didn't really care that much for Season 1, to be dead honest, but all of those reactions are on the channel. So I just thought I would just go through and binge it. I know it's been out for quite a few months now. I think it came out in December, and now we're going into April, so I don't know if anybody's interested in that, but if not, it's fine. I'll go ahead and binge it. I can do a review on Runaway Season 2 afterward, but yeah, definitely I will be watching Season 2 of Cloak and Dagger and doing reactions to that. And yeah, so yeah, I think it was just very well done overall. I really did enjoy the series, and you know, especially regarding two characters I had no knowledge of. So as far as Marvel is concerned, so I'm interested to see what happens with O'Reilly and her character. I'm sorry, y'all. My water fell. I got a little nervous. So I'm interested again in seeing what happens to her character and how she develops as a villain and what the scope of her abilities will be in relation to, like, in contrast to what Tandy and Tyrone's abilities are. And just seeing, like, I think the only thing too is that, like, with this series, the way when I read the synopsis of it, it talked about two teenagers who were falling in love. And I didn't really see that in the series. I definitely saw where they bonded and they're developing a friendship. Maybe now this last episode, you know, here I do see where there is more of a connection that goes beyond, like, friends. But as far as, like, falling in love, I thought that it was going to be kind of like by episode 10, like, oh, we're inseparable, we're in love. So that's what I thought it was going to be, but it definitely was not that at all. It was like a lot of banter back and forth. It was kind of one of those, like, I hate you, but I'm stuck with you kind of things. And it's like one served as the conscience for the other one, and one bailed the other one out when they were in certain situations. So they definitely are friends. They definitely were there for each other. But as far as falling in love, probably we'll see more of that, I guess, in the season 2. But I definitely, I wouldn't say by the end of this, you know, 10th episode that they're, like, in love. So I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much it, you guys, as far as my review on season 1, episode 10, Colony Collapse. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure you do share it with anyone else who is interested in reactions for Cloak and Dagger. Also, make sure you comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode as well as season 1 in general. What did you guys think of Cloak and Dagger? Also, before you leave, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Excuse me, guys. Again, you do that by hitting the red button below and by hitting the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. And again, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Hopefully, I will be back to 100% when I'm doing these reactions, but I'm just, again, a little under the weather today. But I really appreciate you being patient. I really appreciate you watching. And I love you guys, and I will see you, and I will be back to you with another video. Hope you guys all have a great day and a great weekend. Bye, guys.